Characters in visual novels have a way of leaving a lasting effect on readers, no matter the scope of the project. This is how I felt about the group of characters I met in Chuusotsu, focusing on characters who aren't very successful at life because they want something different than the cards they are dealt. They overcome these hardships through heartfelt and comedic means, but it works. Thankfully for me, their story isn't over with the release of Chuusotsu 1.5th Graduation, The Moving Castle. While it highlights more of the previous cast of characters, it continues the trend of following your dreams against all odds.
ビタミン不足の現代人らしい解釈です。どうぞ。また中卒の悪癖が露出して目先の楽しさで頭がパラパラッパになっちゃった。
Chuusotsu 1.5th Graduation picks up after Chuusotsu 1st Graduation. Haru is busy doing her best to become a manga artist and prepares to show her work for the first time at a doujin event. The idea of seals comes up often, which in this society means everything. If you don't know what the seals are, then you should probably read the first story before jumping into this title. Throughout the story, we see more interaction between Haru and her Chuusotsu roommates. Their dialogue and mannerisms are just as hilarious as before, thanks to the writing. Their relationships are believable, and it only builds off of what was established in the previous entry. However, a new character is introduced named Maname, who is holding on to a secret. The story is continuously clever in each scene. While the tone is kept fairly comedic, there are some emotional moments thrown in to help the player get up to speed with Maname's backstory. Most of the themes focus on being yourself even if you're afraid you won't be accepted. Haru and Maname's personalities play off each other, and one can draw several similarities between them. However, they each handle their unique situation differently, but end up coming to a similar conclusion. It's not entirely groundbreaking and the narrative is kept extremely lighthearted, but if you're a fan of the first entry, then you'll probably enjoy the story beats of this scenario. While the illustrations are adorable and the characters' emotions were expressed through a variety of different poses, there was little to no CGs in the game. I would have appreciated them, given that without them you have a 3-hour story of characters visiting the same areas. That said, the game's voice acting was terrific and really drove home some of the more comedic scenes to make them all the more entertaining. 1.5th Graduation is very much a kinetic visual novel, and players are simply along for the ride. However, given the price of entry is relatively low, you at least get a compelling story that will hold your attention. If the dynamic between Haru and Maname doesn't keep you reading, then the perverted conversations these girls have might be enough to hold you over. There's not much to Chuusotsu 1.5th Graduation, The Moving Castle, as it's rather straightforward. The game is definitely for the fans and doesn't help out readers who try to jump in without reading the first title. That said, there are a few lessons taught about the world that the game is set in and how important it is to surround yourself with people who support you. This is a must-play title for visual novel fans of the Chuusotsu series, as it not only creates a new scenario that builds on the events established, but also gives you more time with this charming cast of characters. Sadly, there isn't too much outside of that, which has me waiting for a proper sequel to take this series to new heights. Noisy Pixel is giving Chuusotsu 1.5th Graduation, The Moving Castle a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please read the full review at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.